So we're gonna do a little micro investment that I don't know if it's gonna work off or not. Work out. But there's the Invictus Solaris shield is an exalted, and I'm buying one right now. Oh, my game has crashed. All right, so I'm buying the shield for an exalted, and I had to do the map for it was 1.5, it was 2x. I think I paid for the map, which is just bullshit. But I got the other half of the shield. So I have the sun half, and I have the whatever moon half. Now, I don't know if this shield is even fucking used. I don't think it is. But the whole point is, I can show you this in 2 seconds. 1x for this half, it's 1x for the other half. The map itself is 1.5x. But the combined shield is 5x at the moment. That's the past 6 hours. So I could list mine for 5x because he's AFK. Now, I don't know if anyone wants this shield particularly, but this is kind of what I talk about when I say you have to find your profit where you can get it. When it comes to finding your profit where you can get it, whether it's combining, you know, Vinktar's pieces for a Vinktar's map and selling it, and stuff like that, it's fine to, like, negotiable, because I'd take 4.5x, that's an easy profit. It's fine to just, you know, keep on looking at these things and consider the fact that there's not many in the market, obviously. This dude's AFK, so it's good to, like, look for these things, you know. Just look around for these things, because sometimes you'll find them. This might not even sell. This is a gamble. I had the other half, which cost me 2x. The one half I bought for an exalted, so even if I sell for 4x, it's still a free exalted profit for very minimal effort. But this is the list of new uniques discovered so far. So there's this is just basically all the uniques that are in 3.1. And there's some interesting things you could do here. 2 Dodri skin. Whoa, they're 14x, 15x. This might be a better bubble kind of to get in on. The chest itself was 12c. Okay, so here's a really great example. I'm gonna buy this one because no, I'll see this at 12c guys here. So this is like, it's the same price to 6-link anything, you know? And the other one is 4x, 5x, right? But this one is 12x, 13x, because it's such a niche thing that no one has, that apparently just no one hasn't listed either. It's just you know, the profit is there if you could 6-link it. And again, we've talked about 6-linking for gambling isn't like a poppin' thing. But in this scenario, hey, you know, this might be worth it because the upturn is the odds of me hitting this. You know, let me show you the price of fusing at the moment. You can kind of get where I'm going with this. This only really works in the beginning of a league when you have chests, especially in standard, that people might not have or want yet, or, you know, just in general. We still, Blood Ball might be okay still, but Dodri's is even better, it seems like. So the price of fusing at the moment is 220 to 1. We'll say 216 to 1, 210 to 1, whatever. So that means on average it's going to take about 1,000 and change, so 5x to link a chest that we can sell for at least 10. Ooh, that's spicy profit margin right there. So I'm pretty much down for that and playing the laws of averages. Now we have 1 point whatever K jewelers to make sure the eye level's fine, because it has to be. And then can we 6-socket and 6-link this thing in under, we'll say, 6x worth of currency? The answer might surprise you. It's possible. If not, then we just lose currency. That's part of the gamble, you know? Okay, 6-socketed. Now, I don't have many fusing here. I don't think I even can purchase more from Rags2Riches for my daily. Nope. So we're just going to have to buy some fusings. I've heard if you click faster, it makes it fuse faster, but it could be a myth. The real thing is I got to get these colors a little bit better. At least 2 red. You get two natural red. Ooh, and a green. That's some easy 6-link colors right there. See, it's... Fuck. I am so moist. So there's our 6-link Dodri skin. We have a lot of fusing left over, obviously, so we'll say this cost us, what is that, 3x? No, 2x, probably. So now we could list our Dodri's skin. The other ones are listed for 14x. Ours is a comparable roll, so we'll also list mine for 14x. Because, yes, but we'll just put ours for a negotiable 14 exalted. Or maybe we can do it. The problem is I don't want to undercut him because it might start lowering the price. I don't want to bring that mentality into the game. But he's been offline for 2 weeks. He posted 2 weeks ago. So did he. So one guy has them both. He might purchase mine and then hike the price up. That's definitely possible. We'll see the guy check the offline. He has 2 of them. One guy's for 13. We can go 13 on this. We can go 13 on the Dodries. I'd feel satisfied with that 13. Always keep doing your prophecies, because this is the backbone to the fact I have 100x. It's just prophecy and, you know, just the same old shit I've been doing, selling maps, selling gems, foul breaches. 100x just doesn't happen. I'd use the grind strategy. Bunch of different little things like prophecy, like foul breaches, like selling gems, like selling maps. It all adds up, you know? It really, really does. 14 times 3 is not 34, but that's a great try, just to show the world. 14 times 3 is 42. There you go. Pretty much the last thing I'm going to do this episode before I get off is, you know, we're going to be waiting for the sales to happen, waiting for some things to go down and make some more sales. But, you know, sometimes you want to get certain valve corruptions. We've talked about this in the past, whether it's on gloves or whatever, that you just like to get. And the one I would like to get is +1 Frenzied Darkrai Vectors, because I'm using these Legacy Gold Rooms I bought for a few Exalted. But if I want to push to like higher levels, you know, if I want to push to well, I guess basically like high 90s, I kind of need to have more damage, a little more life, more, you know, defenses, and Darkrai Vectors offers a lot of the things I want. Mostly just, it's 2 more friendly charges, and a lot more movement speed, and then a lot more dodge. And that's some stuff I want. So all I've been doing is buying versions of Darkrai Vectors, Legacy or non-Legacy. Legacy version just has a little worse friendly charge, and it doesn't have like as much armor or whatever. And I make them 4 socket. I don't bother making them 4 linked, just because of like the efficiency of it just isn't there. And for coloring, I don't really bother a whole lot. I can make them the 3 green, 3 red, 1 green, and 1. It's not that hard to do. And then we val them and hope to get +1 friendly charge, which we didn't get. Now, like, this is probably a whole cost. It's like 3.5, 4C at most per attempt, right? And then to buy the boots themselves would be like 4 or 5 Exalted. So if you put the effort in, it's actually pretty well worth it. So I just finished doing my 32nd Darkrai Vectors, and I couldn't get it, so I have to just concede and buy them. This is literally sometimes what happens, you know. It's sometimes these things backfire. I don't need to buy Darkrai Vectors anymore. So my guy did it, and then took like 4 attempts, but we got it. So in total it was like 6x and I don't know, 10, 15C, and not including the also probably Exalted and change worth of failed Darkrai Vectors we got sold. Oh, it's an old PM. But we got them. So those are ours now. And the one thing we have to do now for this build is swap out Starkonjas. And we have to get a rare helmet that has +2 tornado shot, ID4. Because when we take off our gold worms, put on our Darkrays, we need to have basically T1 fire res, or tier 2 fire res, and then life, and then sold again. Sold a 3rd time. What the fuck is happening? So then we could get the fire res we need in our helmet, and you know, possibly have T1 accuracy or something like that. Would be pretty good. Maybe some chaos res. And then yeah, I just don't know how much a +2 lion spell is going to cost. I guess we can find it right now. So it's looking like most of them are already kind of like mirrored versions, so they're pretty pricey. There really is nothing for Shaper and Elder helmets that really entice us. This guy told us sold for the 4th time in a row. That's always good. Oh, number 6. Nice. How much is Exalted to Alteration? 1,100 to 1. I think if we buy an X worth, we could probably craft a helmet that just has T1 life and tier 1 or 2 fire res. And we'll just use that for now. One of the best things to do, in my opinion, when you have currency and you're playing a build that needs like a specific rare slot, especially if it's something that's not too greedy. For me, I only need 2 or 3 rolls that make sense. You know, life, fire res, and then pretty much anything else that works well. And you can always Mastercraft on a 30 res roll, or Mastercraft on Wed, or Mastercraft on something else. It really is so satisfying to craft your own. Then it also makes you want to do something like, alright, so now I get to farm lab a bunch because I want to get the helmet enchant I need, rather than buying it because I don't feel like paying the 20x just to get +2 tornado shot. So now let me run lab, and let me run lab, on good layouts a few times a day to get this. And as a byproduct, you're gonna make a ton of money. We've talked about in the past, a whole episode dedicated to Uber Lab and how powerful it is for your character and powerful it is just to further your account currency wise, and it just gets your motor skills pretty good. Doing lab really does help your mechanics in Path, and since all the endgame bosses are mechanics based, really get your kind of mechanic skills up there. Being able to dodge the Azaros when he's double buffed, he has those fat 7k hits he can slap you with, so it really works out quite well. This was the LA damage when we sold all our other Uber helmet enchants, but this one just didn't sell. So it's IE4, which is fine, and we're just going to roll it, trying to get, there's T1 fire, but we're not going to regal that unless we hit, unless it's clean. I really don't want thorns, I'm in a position that I could kind of argue things here. Rarity's kind of a dead stat, so we'll keep going. Alterations are so cheap now that, just trying to hit like just 2 props that you want, 2 specific ones are quite good. T1 Chaos Res is also nice. Tier 1 Evasion, I don't mind evasion, I'm Queen of the Forest. I swear Rags2Riches didn't just become a Lighty crafting video, don't worry. 97 life and 31, I'll regal that. 19 cold. Man, see, it's unfortunate that I need so much fire res that I do need 45. So if I only needed like 30 something, that would be like a nice little tri-res helmet. And we do have essences we could use. We have 10 contempts here, or greeds. We've been saving up these essences kind of for a moment like this. So we have the fire one should be here. Nope, I passed them. Here. That's tier 2. Here's tier, well, I guess whatever, tier 0 fire res. Sold? What the fuck is this dude? Sold? Is he okay? I'm worried about him now. Alright, so we got some essences we can put on. Well, Int's also quite good. Oh, lightning, evasion, nope. Oh, I forgot I gotta use, between each screaming, I have to use fucking scours. We'll toss on a shrieking. Oh, see, that's kind of spicy. Damn, shit, the rolls are like all really good, they're just not high enough. But that's really close to what I wanted. If I could slap on 60 life there, but I really want to get like 90. Sorry, Mercury trade. Don't blame a fucking planet for your transgression, sir. Raid sucks up. What the fuck is... He's high as shit. Damn. Oh, that's a spicy one too. That is a... What the fuck? This dude! Stop it! Cease and desist. Remember, I need a prefix and a suffix, right? So I could just alteration into it. I mean, like I just did that there. So if that was T1 fires, I would just be like, yeah, we're good to go. All right, 70 life and T1 fires, that I think I'm okay with. So let's regal it, hope it hits something decent. 40 dex. Not a complete dead roll, but kinda is. Do I have any int issues where I could drop an int node? I don't think I do. I think I'm all actually okay on int right now. So that's about it for today's episode of Rags2Riches. A lot of gains, a lot of new introductions to the character. And if you have any questions about the Wind Ripper build, I'll probably make a build guide on it in general, just as a standalone type thing. I'm leveling some stuff and weapon swaps. I got some old empowers and some tornado shots and whatever I have. So yeah, gear's pretty okay. One thing you really want to upgrade is eventually, I think I'd probably, if I'm pushing for 100 that is, which I might do in this character, we'll see. I'd probably want to get a +1 Curse Biscos and a Curse on Hit Shadow and Dust, because just getting free LA weakness is insane for damage. Probably better Ventors. I don't need the rarity roll at all, so I can just ignore the rarity and just get better res in them and better life. They're pretty good though at the moment. That's perfect, that's perfect. Queen of the Forest probably won't change ever. Wind Ripper probably won't change ever, really. +2 Tornado Shot Helmet, maybe, or +1 or 2 Barrage. +2 will probably cost me about 80x, so I'm not going to get that. Flasks are good enough. I'm kind of just going for safety flasks. I got the movement speed, the bleed, and like the freeze doesn't matter. Perpetual warding, well, whatever. That'll do the trick. I'm at Lighty. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.